Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky.
Good morning, everyone. 35 Stirling is where we are at. It's Nancy Timpano here with
Vince Fusco, the one and only.
the one and only, and we are here with the fabulous Jess Manov from 35 Stirling. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming. We're
Thanks
so
for having us.
excited.
Jess, it's an understatement to say that we're excited. Thank you so much for having us. Guys, today's episode is proudly sponsored by and brought to you by 35 Stirling down here in Thebarton. Jess, this is your first cafe, is that
It
right?
sure is, guys.
Can you tell us a little bit about 35 Stirling?
Yes, so we're located in, the heart of just out of Adelaide, in the city, but Thebarton. So everyone does get a little bit confused. We're not in Stirling, we are in the middle of Thebarton. So we've been here for about a year and a half now, and essentially we just wanted to make sure we pride ourselves on a great space, great food, amazing quality, and it just, looks the part and tastes amazing.
Tick, 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 because we came past here last week and you were astonished at what I chose to eat. I had avocado feta on beautiful sourdough topped with broad beans. Farvey. Oh my gosh, it was spectacular, absolutely delicious. And like you say, you kind of a bit hidden. Like when we were coming down here, you think you're in the middle of industrial area, and then ba-boom.
Yeah, it's a bit
35
of a little
Stirling.
hidden gem, we like to say.
It is an absolute hidden gem, and you are also a gem, not hidden, because you're on the spotlight today on our podcast. Can I just say something that really warmed my heart when Vince and I came down and spoke to you initially about coming and doing a podcast live? When she walked away, what did I say? I was in love, because we said, in the coming weeks, can we, come down, blah, blah, blah. And you said, can we come tomorrow? I'll never forget it.
It's true. Straight away, you're like, start today, set up now. It's great. No, and there's that kind of support and love that we love. And that's something that runs in your family as well, Jess.
Yeah.
I have told Nancy a little bit about your family, and, you're a stellar businesswoman, a great human being.
Aww.
Your mum and dad as well, they run another very successful business. So you guys just won another award this year.
We did,
Metro
yes.
Fresh Findon.
Yes, that's it. We got the third best fruit and veg shop in Australia, so we're pretty excited with that.
That's amazing.
And I had no idea until you told me. And I'm like, of course I know. Of course I know. I'm always there buying flowers, buying fruit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you.
And now I'll be there even more to support.
100%. But hey, we said it was her first cafe. You just mentioned flowers at Metro Fresh as well. Jess, I'm just going to pump you so hard with this, okay, guys? Why not? Because that's what this is all about. It's about supporting great people and their businesses here in South Australia. So it's Metro Fresh Findon. Your family owns that. Lily West Flowers is your own baby as well.
Yes.
Hang on.
Many, many hats, Nance. She wears many hats, this girl.
Today years old. So you are Lily West.
I am.
Did you not know that?
I know.
No.
This is the face of someone just finding out that you are Lily West. And I don't know, are we allowed to talk about it, Jess? But Lily West is getting a brick and mortar storefront as well.
We're expanding, so it's pretty exciting. We're getting our own shop next door.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so
Can I call you Lily?
4 weeks away.
How did that name come about?
Lily the flower and West for the Western Suburbs.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Something in common, because do you know if I wasn't called Nancy, it was either Lily or Sandra.
Okay.
Fun
There you
fact. Anyway, they went with Nancy. So here we are. And today, again, this beautiful venue that we're at. But the topic that we want to talk about today, and if you can give us a bit of insight on your experience, we spoke to some people recently and they were like, we think you guys should talk about online booking system. Mm-hmm. So there's some people out there, a little bit of the older generation, or my generation, same thing, that they say, I think you guys should discuss the fact that when you ring to book somewhere, you basically can't anymore. You can only book online. How do you guys find that? And do you only take online bookings, or can you call up? How's it work?
See, I think I'm pretty fortunate. I spend a lot of time on the other side. So I used to love going out for brunch and breakfast and those sorts of things. So I knew the best of every little part that I wanted to make sure we bought in here.
Yeah.
So bookings was one of my biggest issues. I did hate that too. So no, we give our customers a big, vast variety. They can book online if they wish. There is no credit card details you got to put in. They can give us a call. We've got our friendly staff who answer the phone. They can book it over the phone or online. So we make the process really simple and easy.
See, that's the best part about it. I know that we talked about this earlier this week as well, and you're not necessarily a fan of the online booking, are you, Nance?
Well, it's like, you know when you said about the credit card details, I've kind of got my head around it now, but it took a while because it was like, I don't know how comfortable I am with this. And then what if something happens? They've got my credit card details and I'm fully freaking out about it. But it was more like this week when I went to yoga. Yes, I was downward dogging and the lady next to me said, speak about that, because she said she's okay with online booking, but her sister, for example, has literally given up on going to some new venues around because when she has gone to try and book, she can't. She can only do it online and she's not an online person. Yeah. So she's just like, that's a big red flag for her. So I think it's awesome that you've got all avenues covered for the online booking. So I find that very, very interesting. And the other thing is, if you want to just make an inquiry, some people just want to ask a quick question.
Exactly right. And we get that all the time. Yeah. So, and they want to speak to somebody personal. They want to speak to you on the phone. So we make sure we really offer that.
Absolutely they do. So Nance, next time you're at yoga this week and you're downward dogging and you're speaking to your mate there and she says, how'd you go with the online bookings? You say, you know what? You give Jess a call down at 35 Stirling. Her and the team are going to take care of you. Ask as many questions as you want, but get down there, get yourself some coffee, get yourself some food. It's bloody excellent down here.
And you are another good human. We have loved having you on our podcast.
Thanks,
and
guys.
Thank you so, so much for having us in your beautiful space.
My pleasure. Really appreciate it. Thanks for popping down.
We'll see you very soon. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. Here's a quick message from 35 Stirling.
35 Stirling is said to be your new local, serving exciting and flavoursome meals, all featuring their own pinch of uniqueness, and pouring drinks 6 days a week for breakfast, brunch and lunch. It's the perfect spot to catch up with loved ones just a stone's throw away from Adelaide City. Jess and the team are proud to be supporting South Australian businesses, producers and growers in every way possible, ensuring customers enjoy nothing but the freshest and best quality dishes, all served to them with a smile. So come and see Jess and the team 6 days a week, Tuesday to Sunday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 35 Stirling Street, Thebarton. See you at 35 Stirling.
All right. So also, Jess, with this beautiful space, surely you have some amazing functions. Do you have anything coming up that you want to share with us?
We sure do. We've got Father's Day sorted for you guys here. So we've got some different time seatings that you can come in. We've got a smaller menu, but it's all of our favourite items on there, so it's still quite decent. And you can just come in, order, but we do recommend you book. So we've got Father's Day coming up, which we're pretty excited about. And we've also got our Melbourne Cup event.
Ooh, what does that look like? Do I have to get my fancy suit on for that day?
Maybe she needs two MCs.
Hey, look, I know a couple of people. I'll see if they're available.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Last year was our first one and it was huge. So we're pretty excited to come back with a second round of Melbourne Cup. So can't give you all the details just yet. We've got to keep a little bit of surprise.
Actually, last year, did you have Adelaide involved?
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, there goes us for the day. Anyway, it's worth a shot.
They're good friends of ours, Lauren and Hayley as well. And they've actually been here a few times. They've been bringing some international guests down. Our mate Chrissy Swan was here as well.
Yes, she sure was. So now they've been a great support, those girls. Yeah.
No, they're fantastic. They're good friends of ours and they're just wonderful. But hey, check out all the details on Instagram or your website for Father's Day, Melbourne Cup booking at 35 Stirling online. Check them out.
And don't forget, you can call or book online. So we are still down here at 35 Stirling and we have got one of the patrons that's jumped on to have a chat. Tony, welcome to Livin'.
Nancy, thanks for having me here, and Vince.
Tell us, Tony, I've noticed you're sitting over there with five chicky babes, so to speak.
Five lovely ladies.
Yeah, what's going on there? Lucky day? Happy Friday?
Well, happy Friday. No, I'm obviously retired, so I've got time to spend with the mothers from school after school.
Did you retire when you were 13? Hello?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
He looks great, doesn't he?
So, yeah, lucky enough to be having coffee with the girls and discussing the school topics and all their children and all my children, and, yeah, having a great time over there.
Oh, I love that. Tony, I'm at the beginning of my school journey with my children. We're about to start junior primary next year. We're just coming out of the kindy phase at the minute. What have I got to look forward to?
You got lots of abuse from the children, unfortunately. I spent a lot of time in class helping them with their activities and stuff, and they're they become very comfortable with you really early. So yeah.
Oh, I love that.
But the good thing is, I get there every day and I call them by their first name. They love it. You know, they like the recognition. They love the fact that you know their name and they feel important. So
That's beautiful.
Feel important. I like that. Now, Tony, we've recently added a new segment to our podcast. We either start or finish our podcast with horrendous or tremendous, basically the week that was for you. So can you, off the top of your head, think if you had a horrendous or tremendous week and tell us what happened?
Nancy, every week is a tremendous week for me.
Fantastic.
And the reason for that is because, you know, I get to play golf a couple of times a week. I get to go out and train a football team every week. I get to take the girls to school. I get to be involved in their activities. I get to do what I want to do with my time. And time is more important than money to me these days. So, love it.
Tony, I think that's so important. I'm going to tell you something that I've been skirting around the issue for the last couple of weeks on the podcast. I've just quit my full-time job.
There you go.
I have just resigned my full-time job after 8 years of leading a digital agency for the same reasons. After a few things put a few things in perspective this year, and you know what? I was like, time is the most valuable thing
Correct.
that we have, and whether it be through, you know, loss of family members
Correct.
or friends, there's nothing that you can do to get that time back. So I've just resigned my job to spend more time with my kids and doing things that actually make my soul light up.
Correct.
And it sounds like you're doing exactly that.
Exactly that, Vince. I love it. And I've realised very quickly that, yeah, you can't get that time back. So you really got to spend time doing what you want to do. Yes, you've got to have the ability to be able to do that. I get that.
Yeah.
And you do have to put the time. But we get into sometimes a habit, and that habit continues until you realise it's too late. So you really need to take stock of your time.
That is so beautiful. And have you ever heard that saying, if you ask a child to spell the word love, they spell it Time. Because
Yep.
that's what they love the most, spending quality
Correct.
time with their loved ones.
Yep.
Tony, you are another great human. Thank you for popping on. We didn't have to twist your arm too much.
No. I was voluntarily. It was always good to be. First time here, so I loved it. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm having a raw slice. I'm loving the food, love the coffee. Chris, I've known from another place down at Flinders Street when he was making coffee down there. So yeah,
So you followed him.
Yeah, well, now that I know he's
Amazing.
here, I'll definitely be following him. So
And you can jump on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can follow Livin' too.
of course,
It's
absolutely.
a win-win.
Win-win.
Thanks heaps,
Thanks,
Tony.
Nancy. Thanks, Vince.
Thanks, Tony. So, Nance, we're down here at 35 Stirling.
How good is this? We have got a bird's eye view of all the patrons here. They're
Yeah.
really in their own little world. They're here for their catch-ups. But look at this amazing food that's coming out. I'm just like, what are you having for lunch? Because I'm confused.
I'm eyeing off
Oh.
what looks to be maybe like a wrap over here.
Yeah.
This poke bowl looks delicious.
Yeah.
Last week I had the bao buns, and I've been singing their praises all week. Can I tell you that?
And I'm one of these people that if I have something that I absolutely love, which I loved what I had last time I was here,
Yeah.
I'm almost like tempted to go back and have the exact same. But now I'm like, the choices.
And that's the thing, you are a little bit spoiled for choice, but like Jess said, everything on the menu here is absolutely delicious. And you know what the other thing, like I've heard everybody say, and like Tony mentioned it, I was just saying to somebody else who walked past, it was their first time here, and they were like, God, it's so busy in here. I don't think I've ever come here when it's been quiet.
Oh no! The first time we came here, I was like,
Packed.
"This place is pumping."
Oh, yeah.
This is, oh my gosh! And we love the fact that we've got some of our listeners that have come down here to watch us record and to be a part of it. I love how they come back down and support, but then they go, "I don't want to be on,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Well, hang on a minute! You've made all this effort to come here." So yeah, it's just lovely to see some familiar faces out there. Hello, everyone! They can't hear us again. Another little silent disco in the corner.
We're always here having a little party. But we're going to have somebody else come and join us in a minute, Nance. Now,
yeah.
I told a story a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were recording at Commune 1.
Yes.
And we were doing firsts that day.
Yes.
We were talking about the first time experiences. And I made a comment about one of my first time experiences that really sort of took you by surprise.
Is this the one I'm thinking?
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh my
It took a lot of people by surprise, actually. It was the fact that I've had a spray tan.
No.
I was saying about my first spray tan.
But you've had 3, and I've
Yes.
had 0.
Yes. And Jess Jess was just here and we were chatting with Jess about it, and even Jess was like, why have you had 3
exactly?
spray tans? So let me just be totally fair and upfront, okay? So the first one, like I said, was because I wanted to be tanned before I went to the beach.
The
in
pre-tan?
Asia. The pre-tan. Pre-holiday tan.
Yes.
And then I could come back looking beautifully,
Yeah.
you know,
Bronzado.
bronzada. bronzed. And then the other two I did actually have the second one the next year when I went back to Asia for the same thing. I got another one just to, again, be tanned before I went.
Okay.
The third one I had because of a performance I was doing. And it was just... It comes with the territory sometimes, as a performer.
I know.
You got to be glowing.
I'm not saying I haven't put something on my skin to give me a bit more of a glow, but I haven't actually ever had a
spray tan. Well, look, I'm not one who's going to sit at home comfortably and probably rub my nude body with brown, tanning lotion. I just felt like a spray tan would be easier. And the reason I bring this up today...
It's the paper undies that got me.
I know. And the more that we talked about that, and I listened back to it, and like you said, like, what if you sweat? Doesn't it just disintegrate? And, you're only there for a couple of seconds. But the reason I'm bringing this up today is because my cousin, who I actually mentioned, she's just walked in the building, and I've spotted her.
The little gorgeous babe?
Yes. So I'm going to ask her if she wants to come on because she could probably give you the other side of the story. I asked.
Oh, I don't know if I want the other side. Please.
I asked
I'm
in that episode.
looking forward to lunch.
Yeah, fair enough. I did say, I was like, I don't know if it was more awkward for me.
There goes the poke bowl for me.
See ya. Don't know if it was more awkward for me or more awkward for her, but you know what? She and I have also never spoken about it. So today's the day.
Wow. Okay, let's get her
do
on.
It on the record, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, we are back here at 35 Stirling today, guys, and I'm really excited to have my first family member on the show, my cousin Belinda. Hi, Belle.
Hello.
Welcome to the episode of Livin'.
Thank you.
Hey, Belle, I'm actually really excited that you walked in because 2 weeks ago I told a story about getting my first spray tan.
Uh-oh.
You say uh-oh now. Belinda was the one who painted me, guys.
And that's why I want to speak to you. How are you?
I'm
Are you
good.
okay?
I am.
Do you need some counselling?
All good.
we can get you sorted. My gosh. You spray tanned this bloke wearing paper undies.
Yes.
How are you? No, really, tell me about the experience.
It was a little while ago, but because I do so many and I do so many gentlemen, to me, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a body. You don't really look.
Just a body. Nothing special, just a body.
Hey, listen, it's the first time I've been called just a body, and I'll take it.
You got to stay professional. You got to...
Yeah.
And when you do so many...
Eyes up.
That's it.
No, Belle, you made it so comfortable for me because I didn't know what to expect. And like you said, Nance, why did I get a spray tan? I'm not going to do it myself because I know it'll be uneven. And when I spoke to Belle, I was like, Belle, I've got to get I want a tan before I go overseas. She was like, come get a spray tan, mate. And literally, in and out, loved it. And I'll tell you what, I glow.
Yeah.
I glow when
I do a lot of guys before they go on holiday, let me just say.
See? It's not just
that sentence. I do a lot of guys before they go on holiday, and I'm like, wow, that's the pre-holiday before the holiday, the pre-tan before the summer.
Quick, as long as my husband isn't here.
No, I love it. But Belle, you've been down here before at 35 Stirling.
Yes.
Why do you come down here?
Well, number one, to support my cousin, Jessica.
So Jessica's and look, we haven't actually alluded to that, but Jessica is like a cousin of a cousin. So Belinda and I are cousins, and on her other side of the family is Jess.
Yeah, so me and Vinny are cousins on my father's side, and me and Jessica are cousins on my mother's side.
We are all connected, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
And we're probably sisters.
Who knows? Could be.
Long lost cousins.
Yes, yeah. So to support Jess, and now I came down today to support you guys as well. And she provides good food and coffee, and being a mum to a newborn, Zalia, who's nearly 6 months. It's good to get out a little bit now and then at the moment.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit disappointed that you handed her over to Jess over there. I was hoping to have a little cuddle.
You can definitely have one after.
Maybe later. She is just adorable. So you're getting sleep?
I am, yep. I did sleep training when she was 4 weeks old. She sleeps all night.
Oh, I love that. Somebody told me when we had Leo, our first, someone said to me, your sleep's ruined for the next 10 years. And we were the same. We were very routine and sleep training from day dot.
Absolutely.
Like, people told us we were crazy, but we were like, nah, mate, this is our time and we need this for our routine. And he took to it. Both of the boys did. And it wasn't until he was in a big bed. That's where it all came undone, really. It was
really?
Like he started getting up and it just sort of gave him that freedom. And now, the last sort of year in particular, that both the boys are a bit bigger, they will come into our bed. So we got a bigger bed to try and accommodate for that.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Can I say that? Fuck me. They have...
Well, clearly not if they're in the bed.
Oh, they know. Yeah, correct.
Well, and Vinny, once you put them once in your bed,
Belle.
That is it.
Belle.
My kids have never spent not one night in my bed.
I was that person. I'm with you.
Absolutely not
Eugene
one.
would say, bring him into bed, and I'd heard all these horror stories, so I was the hard ass that said, absolutely not.
Yep.
And Jaden, bless him, had never come into our bed until he was like 3 or 4. He'd jump in once he's awake at like 6, 7 in the morning.
But that's
and
a
that's
different
it.
story. That's a different story.
Yes, and
absolutely.
that's what I'm saying. It's that situation. So, like, they never slept in our bed, not once as
that's
babies.
okay,
Never,
yeah.
never. And for the same reason, we were like, no, this is our bed. But it was more so like, Leo was 4 years old and then started coming in. And now Roman, like, when he would wake up in the night, some nights we're just like, you know what? It's easier just to bring him in. And
Why'd
so we'll
you
bring
say
him
that?
in far out, man.
Yeah.
But having said that, everyone's got a different experience, right? And there's
Absolutely.
no right or wrong, because I've heard people that say it's so much easier for them, and they both sleep all night long, or all 3 of them.
Yes.
So it's
Yep.
absolutely
No.
fine. We're not here to judge or tell you how to parent,
yeah.
but it works for us,
And
and
it
that's
depends on, I'm blessed that my children never had colic, touch wood.
Right.
So, that also
Everything
makes it
comes
easier,
into play.
Bottle feeding, then breastfeeding.
Yep.
Every situation is different. And
Yep.
that's right, every parent has to adapt to their own situation. So.
Yeah. Now, Belle, just quickly to finish off, tell us, we've introduced a segment at the start or beginning of our podcast that's called Tremendous or Horrendous, and it's just a little bit of the week that was. Tell us, was your week tremendous, horrendous, and why?
Unfortunately, it was horrendous.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why, Belle?
Yes, so we had Zalia's christening
Yes.
about a week and a half ago now, and she started to get sick just before the christening, and we're still going on with it for the
tail
last
end
week.
of it, yeah.
So she's been up 4 or 5 times in the night, trying to breathe, and normally for a child that sleeps all night, it's unusual for her, and you just want to take that pain away from them.
Oh, don't you just?
I know, but we will be having a wonderful week. Next, we are going to Queensland for a week
Yes.
family holiday with my mum, my brother, my sister, all the kids. There's about 13 of us on a plane heading to Queensland, so watch out, Queensland.
Hey, listen, I was chatting with your brother last night, as I do every
Yes.
5 times a day. You don't like it when I FaceTime you, but Mick and I FaceTime 5, 12 times
Well,
a
you
day.
give me no warning, and sometimes I'm accidentally going to answer, and I'm like, it's not a good time, Vince.
Well, no, I was saying to Mick last night, I was like, because he's counting down, much like I think all
Absolutely. We
of
all
the
need a break.
families.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. And I said to him, I'm so jealous. I just can't wait to live vicariously through you guys on your holiday. And we had dinner at Belle's mum's place a couple of weeks back, and
Yes.
all the cousins are there, and it was so cute to see. There's 7 boys, 8 boys in the
Yes.
family now,
Yes.
and the table of kids. Poor Zalia, she's so outnumbered, but she's well looked after. Let me tell you.
Oh, yes, she has all the boys surrounding her, all of her big
They're
cousins.
going to have the best time in Queensland,
Yes.
Belle.
So how many spray tans are you doing before you go?
Well, definitely myself. Maybe my sister-in-law. So, yeah, my mum tan, so she's all good. But,
We'll talk Mick into it. We'll try and
yes,
talk
the
Mick
rest
into
of us
it.
that are white,
Maybe you might be the one to make me cross over and have my very first spray tan.
let me tell you, once you have a tan,
Yeah.
especially a spray tan, you feel more toned, you feel
Yes.
slimmer,
That's
you're
why
glowing.
I like her. It started showing the ridges in my 6-pack,
Yeah.
which is never normally there.
Can you just spray on a 6-pack for me?
Yeah, get a stencil.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much,
My
Belle.
pleasure.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
coming in.
having
You've had a
me.
horrendous week, but you've still
Yes.
managed to pop into 35 Stirling.
Yes,
Say
I
thank
have.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Belle. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tequila! Tommy Tequila! Oh, it sounds like he's enjoying that coffee.
That's not tequila in there, is it? I hope.
No, I actually don't drink alcohol.
Oh my gosh, you are no. That's good.
It's a scam.
Tequila by name, no tequila by life.
Yes.
By reputation. I like that.
The
We
vibe
are,
is
of course, talking to Tommy here. Tommy, you are known as many different names. So Tommy Tequila,
we got Tommy Tequila, the DJ. We've
Yes.
got Tom and Rose as part of the Tom and Rose duo. We got Tommy that plays acoustic solo. There's other names, Wanker.
I've been called that before.
There's
We go by the same name. We must be. That's fair.
related?
Yeah, we must be. That's okay. I've had worse. I've had much worse. Tommy
that's
Tequila,
right.
you are down here at 35 Stirling. Thank you for jumping on to the Living Podcast with myself and Nancy.
You're
How are you
welcome.
today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're great. Nancy,
Good.
how are you today?
I'm very good. And can I just say, before I actually came to know you and Rose,
Yep.
I just remember, do you remember a million years ago, I don't think they still exist, the Rundle Street markets? on a
Yes,
Sunday.
correct. We
I
were there.
remember you from there, under your little canopy there, doing your acoustic.
Yeah.
And I would just stand there and watch and go, I love these guys.
Yep, we would do that every Sunday for about a year and a half. It was us, and it was also Matt Gilbertson
Yes.
walking up and down with his accordion before he became the huge megastar.
The international German
So-
superstar,
and
of course.
He'd jump on with us, and we'd do Papa Don't Preach from Madonna,
Oh my
which is a
God.
great song.
That tracks. That totally tracks.
Brilliant. Yeah. So yeah.
Now, tell us, we've been talking about horrendous and tremendous weeks that we've had. Have you had a horrendous or tremendous week, and what made it so?
Look, my life is fantastic. It's always
Yeah. Cue the tremendous applause.
No, look, things happen. Sometimes you get horrendous weeks, but with me, especially us, it's like water off a duck's back. That's it.
I love that.
Because my motto is things could always be worse.
Absolutely. And that's a good life
Regardless.
lesson for all of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Water off a duck's back. I actually need to incorporate that. I'm getting so much better, but I need to incorporate it more and more and more. Just let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it be. We could have, hey, let's get Rose on. We could do.
We'll try and get Rose on later.
she'll have to charge if she sings. Who does she invoice? You or you? No. I'm
Just
kidding.
35 Sterling.
Yeah. No,
They'll cover it. They'll cover it. So I reckon you're a bit of a regular here, because last time we popped
Yep.
down, you were here as well. What makes
Yep.
you come back time and time again?
Well, I'll tell you what. I do visit a lot of other cafes too, not just here. But this place, just the owner's fantastic. The coffee is always good, and the food is clean. You never get a bad meal here.
Never.
It's clean. It doesn't taste like sometimes you have. I've had some horrendous cafe stories. No doubt about that. Which we won't mention the names of the cafes,
we won't. Not
but
today,
yeah.
not today. We're just talking about the good ones here at,
Yeah,
at
correct.
35 Stirling.
Yeah.
But Tommy, so you're here regularly. Coffee's great. Jess is great. The atmosphere's great, like you said.
Yeah.
This is a great place for a party, I reckon.
Yeah.
And you know all about parties. In fact, you're throwing a major party next week, August 26th. Is that
Correct.
right? An
Yeah.
80s party.
Yeah, we've got the bigger 80s.
Yeah.
80s. Okay, I'm in.
Sing
I'm
it,
in.
sing
Where,
it. Girls,
where are we?
Girls just want to have fun.
Girls, they want to have fun.
know what?
Oh, girls. Anyway,
Are
sorry.
you coming next week?
Yeah, where are we? Where are we?
Well, Plant 4, 6 p.m. for 80s retro night.
Okay,
And
I'm
you're,
there.
I'm gonna plug a mic up. You can sing that song.
Oh, I don't know about singing, but hey, I will dance the
Okay.
night away. I think my singing days are over. I don't know, maybe just one. All right, maybe.
Yeah. It's all good fun. Look, it's a good place. Everyone comes down to have a good time. They dress up. They get in the spirit. Goes from 6 p.m. to about 11:30 p.m.
I love that
That's
because I could
great.
be home in bed by midnight.
Me too.
Ooh, I
get it
love
too.
that.
So we got that coming up. We also have our regular spots. You can catch me every Friday, 8 p.m. at Plain Jane
Yep.
in the city, and 11 p.m. every Friday at Distill, and our regular spots with the best gin distilling place in Adelaide, Never Distilling
Never,
in
yeah.
McLaren Vale. I'm up there playing either acoustic with Rose, with the Beach Bums, my other duo, or DJing as Tommy Tequila. So yeah.
Speaking of beach bums, have you ever had a spray tan?
No, everything I do is a scam. It's I don't drink tequila. I'm not really a beachy person. It's just a good concept that worked very well during summer.
All right, so maybe we need to get you to chat to Never Distillery, and we can
Yeah.
do a live-in podcast from there, perhaps,
I
when
think-
you're there.
Look, I reckon that's a
good
great idea. Yeah.
Yep. And now we've got a really hard task on our hands. We need to convince Rose to jump on and have a chat. What do you
Yeah.
think the likelihood is?
I'll put a hat out quickly. I'll go get some money. And we'll see what we can do.
No. I think she'll do it. She's actually quite shy. She's a shy person, although she's done a lot of amazing things, sung on some big stages with some big people. She's quite shy, but I reckon I can twist her arm.
Oh, see, that's good. If anyone can do it, I reckon it'll be you.
Yeah.
And that's such a funny point to make. We've talked about that a little bit,
We have.
about performers who are
Yep.
like extroverted introverts, who are on stage a totally different persona, even a
Correct.
bit like yourself. Tommy
Yeah.
Tequila, like you said, it's the name, it's
Yeah.
the concept, it's the brand.
Yep.
But personally, when you're not on stage, it's lovely just to sort of keep to yourself, isn't it?
I'm a very laid back guy.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I was very quiet, very shy.
Yep.
But playing music, playing in bands my whole life, it brings it out of you.
I've become like that as well. Like, I love what I do when I do it.
Yep.
But but my home is my sanctuary, and I'm a very, very different person, and not when I was younger, that's for sure, but like the last 10 years, absolutely love me time and just downtime. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, Rose is very comfortable behind the camera these days, taking photos with her.
Yes, what is it?
Electric Girl.
Electric Girl,
that's
yes. We do follow each other on Instagram. She takes fantastic shots. A little bit quirky. I love that. Not so posed. It's like, I love it. Jump on and give her a follow as well.
Yeah, I reckon we should get her on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Tommy, thank you for jumping on the show, though. Let's see if we can go get Rose.
Thanks for having us. Cheers.
We did it. We did it. Oh my gosh, we have Rose on the mic. We managed to convince you. It wasn't easy. Far out. You're making me work for it today, girlfriend. Yeah. And I don't understand why. You were so beautiful, but also so humble. So we definitely wanted to jump on and have a chat. We've chatted to Tom so far. But what we're talking about today, we've got two topics that we want to cover. Firstly, if you've had a horrendous or tremendous week, just a brief description if you want to share that with us. And the other thing, how do you feel about the online booking system when you go somewhere? Are you someone that you're okay with that? Or do you prefer to ring up and call and speak to someone? Like, how do you feel about online bookings only for those places that only do that?
I don't do it.
Okay,
I don't care for it.
Share.
It's just a lot of headache, so I don't care for it.
So if you have to only book online, you won't go?
I'll get Tom to do it.
Yep. No, fair enough. And what we love about Jess here at 35 Stirling is that she's got all the options available.
Correct.
You can rock up, you can call and book, or you can book online. And the reason we're talking about this today is I've spoken to a couple of just only slightly older people, and that's what they're saying. They're saying they might be okay with booking online, but their sister, for example, will not go places anymore if they can only book online, because you don't want to rock up and then be turned away, waste your time.
True. I just have the issue with the whole procedure of booking online. You know, the whole, okay, do you want this? How many people? Fine. Then do you want a la carte? You can't make the booking unless you choose a la carte or their feed me menu or whatever it is. And they give you the options of champagne, and once I'm there, I'll make the decision.
Totally.
I don't want to book something 3 days ahead and say, well, I'm going to feel like champagne on arrival or whatever it is.
I totally agree with that.
So,
and I agree with I hate when they're like, choose your menu. I don't know what I'm going to feel like in 3 days' time. I'm always up for champagne though, Rose. I always feel like champagne.
Yeah, well, I'm up for coffee. That's my vice. So, look, Tom and I lived in LA, so we went through the whole reservation thing. You couldn't walk in anywhere unless you had a reservation, and we just found over the years it started to become like that here. Yeah. It's a little frustrating. I get why people do it. But what I do love about 35 Stirling is that it could be a packed house and Jess will always find a place for you.
Absolutely.
So I do love her for that. She's a pro.
She is. She's absolutely the pro of the pros, I reckon. Yeah. She's the best.
Speaking of a pro, I reckon you're a pretty much of a pro photographer. Tell us about Electric Girl.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm a pro photographer.
Where did your love come from?
I've always loved taking photographs. I've been in front of the camera a fair bit. I wasn't comfortable with it. I kind of would be in a photo, but I'd want to be the one taking the photo because I never liked the way it kind of appeared. A friend of mine, Lara, who photographed Tom and I in the beginning, always loved her photos, so she was like my
inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yep.
But I actually started taking photos seriously for the first time when we were in Seattle. It was the middle of fall, and I went for a walk and I slipped over and I fell flat on my back.
And you wish someone took a photo of you?
No. It was around Halloween, so there were pumpkins everywhere. It was a pumpkin patch, and I liked the angle of the pumpkins.
Oh,
so I got my phone out and I took the photo. And I was
love that story.
Yeah, and then I was just like, you know what, I can do this.
You
And
can
a lot
do
of
it.
pro photographers would probably hate me saying that, but you know, it's all in the eye, right?
Yeah, and the imagination. Thank you, pumpkins, because we get to
Thank you,
experience some of your
pumpkins.
beautiful photographs now.
Thank you. So yeah, I enjoy taking photos, and Mick Rock is one of my heroes. He photographed the famous Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
which is actually Queen too, but won't get into that. But yeah, it was I kind of take bits of Mick Rock and talk to the person I'm photographing, get them comfortable, because you know you're quite vulnerable when you're being photographed,
Yeah.
and I get that. So yeah, you know, I'll say some stupid stuff and make them laugh, and bang. So yeah,
Well, the proof's in the pudding because the photos are absolutely stunning that you can see.
Thank you.
And you can jump onto Instagram and follow her, Electric Girl, guys. You can also follow Rose.
Electric Girl 76.
Oh, 76. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Electric
I
Girl
had to add my
76.
year.
Oh. But you can follow Tom and Rose. You can follow Electric Girl 76. You can follow Tommy
Tequila. Yes, I photographed Tommy Tequila.
Hey, you guys have got so many stories to tell. I could almost get you on for a whole show, just the two of you, because not only is your career in front of the camera, behind the camera, but it's also on stage, Rose.
Yeah.
Could you just maybe give everyone a little bit of background of some of your experiences? You mentioned USA there. You guys have lived overseas as well as here in Australia.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what brought you there.
Original music. I have a love for certain parts of the States. I love Memphis.
Yeah.
I have a big love for Memphis. So it was always one of my dreams to go to Memphis. And after a few years of going back and forth, we did our original music. We got to record in Memphis at Royal Studios.
How good.
Which is where Al Green recorded, and Bruno Mars recorded Uptown Funk with Mark Ronson. Yeah, and it was just, a lot of fun. And I also was asked with Tom to be a member of the Recording Academy, which was one of my dreams, was to be part of the Memphis chapter specifically. So
it was meant to be.
It was very, very cool.
Memphis was in your blood.
Still is.
Oh,
I love it.
I was just going to say, I saw a photo of the two of you at Graceland from a few years ago because, of course, we're recording today. It's Friday the 18th. Elvis's anniversary of his passing was just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
If you're an Elvis fan like me, and I know you would be certainly
Yes.
as well, Graceland is like the mecca for me. Like, I need to go there and just...
You do. You need to.
And just preach at the chapel, I think.
I've been there. It's amazing. Those headphones, when you're walking around the house, you can hear his voice in your ears.
So did you go when it was the cassette recording or the iPad? Because now I think it's an
Do you want to know what year I went, Rose? I'm going to take you back.
Tell me.
Get comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
1998.
Love it.
And
Love
I
it.
remember it vividly. I remember that, like the shivers, like I'm in his house and I can hear his voice in the background. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it seems so grand. But when you're there, it's not as grand, is it? Remember the backyard where they've got the memorial in the backyard? It's actually, I don't know, just homey.
It's very homey.
Yeah.
Tom and I initially went the first time for our honeymoon, but we also took my brother because it was his dream to go.
Yep.
And the reason my love for Elvis and Memphis is because of my brother Roy, or Ross. Some
Yep.
people know him as Ross. So we went with him. And, you know, when you cross over in the, is it the van or the bus, and the doors open and it's the gates open and it's like, welcome to my world. So, you know, my brother and I were sobbing, and Tom kind of looked at us like, what is wrong with you guys?
Now, like Vince said, we could literally have you guys on for an entire, series. But just quickly to finish off, what's it like working with your hubby all the time?
It's okay.
Be honest. Let's pretend
No.
he's not sitting right next to you and staring at you right now.
Honestly, it's a lot of fun. I will give him that. No, he's a hard worker. We both are, but he is a really hard worker. He's a lot of fun to be around. He's always upbeat.
Always upbeat, yes, absolutely.
I can be quite I'm a naturally suspicious person. I'm naturally, I'm very standoffish with certain people, but he's a very friendly guy. He's the
Yep.
friendly one out of the two of us.
Oh, you're friendly too. You just
I need
like
to warm up.
Yes,
I need to warm up.
and that's okay as
Yeah.
well. You
No,
need to
he's
feel
great.
it.
He's great to work with. The only issue I have with him is
Uh-oh, here we
I'm
go.
at his beck and call for photos and graphics and promo and stuff. So
Yeah.
7 in the morning when you're waking up, getting the old, have you got a photo for today that I could put up? And it's like, Tommy.
And P.S. just quietly, when I came over to get you to have a chat today, you brought up your calendar. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, that blew me away. That blew me away. All the time slots, all the colours, you know me and technology.
Yeah, you're not quite there just yet. You know that I love a good calendar, and I saw Rose's and I was like, she gets it. She gets it.
She gets it.
We
You
have-
get it.
we
and
have
we
a
get
synced
you.
calendar,
Yeah.
so, you know.
Oh, that of course. And you
gotta
need
work.
that. You
Yeah.
need that. But for today, Rose, can I please say, can I say it like this? Thank you very much. No? Okay. I had a feeling I was going to hit a nerve. I had a feeling. I knew it because that's not kind, is it?
I don't think it is, but I'll accept it from you because I love you.
I love her. And I swear, you know that I know these vibes, and I knew it, but I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to get to know Rose. All right. I'll never do that again. But thank you for joining us, Rose. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rose.
Thank you.
Guys, we are down here at 35 Stirling still this morning. We're having a wonderful time. How's the vibe in here, Nance?
Loving it. And you know why I think it's such a good vibe? Because Jess has created this vibe with her fabulous staff, and we have got Alana and Erika with us right now, 2 staff members. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Tell us, you're pretty happy and you're at work. How does that work? Why is it such a good place to work?
Because we work with good people.
What makes it so good though?
We're all friends here. Everyone loves each other. Yeah.
It's like a big family here, isn't it? It is?
Yeah, it's a really good team. I think we've definitely become like a little family.
It starts at the top, really, doesn't it? That's what they say. It starts at the top, works its way down, and Jess definitely has instilled that. Girls, we've been down here a few times, and every time we come here, it's packed. Buzzing. That's a great way to look at it. Can you tell us, what are some of the things do you think, besides like the family aspect of working here, what makes 35 Stirling a great place to come to for meals or coffee?
I think it just has such a family vibe. Like, Jess is awesome, and like she's kind of trained all of us to just really deliver and make all the customers feel really welcome. And I think the vibe is just really good. The location,
It's a cool area. It's an upcoming area. With all the like other cafes and everything else around here, everyone likes to come down to Thebarton. We've got a nice menu, got some nice drinks and stuff.
Got
so
an
everyone
excellent
loves it.
menu.
What's your favourite? What's your go-to?
Dessert, cinnamon donut French toast.
Ooh.
got to try the French toast.
Yeah. You can't come here and not have the French toast.
Oh, damn it. I need a gluten-free French toast. Putting it out there.
That's okay. We can make something happen, I'm sure.
We'll pass it on.
We'll pass it on to management. I love that. Thanks, girls. Good stuff, good stuff. Hey, is this your first podcast? You both seem very comfortable on the microphone, but is this your first time?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but it's not your last time because now you're checked into Living for Life, I think. You should jump on, and we have actually given away some keep cups today, so perhaps you could tell your patrons for the rest of today, if they tag us in a post, they too can win one of our keep cups and take away their beautiful 35 Stirling coffee. Coffee.
It's a good size, I think.
It's a good size, isn't it? Hey, Alana, talking about good size, good ages, it's your birthday yesterday. Is that what we heard? A little birdie whispered that to us.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alana. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip. Alana, how old are you?
23.
23! Wow! Oh, to be 23 again, Nance.
Oh my gosh, I won't even comment on that. But tell us, are you studying or is this just full-time work for you guys? What do you do?
I'm moving to London in 2 weeks.
Erika, you kept
I'm
that
not
quiet.
studying. I'm not studying. I'm just working here full time until I go. And then I'll move over there.
And travelling?
Yeah, pretty much. Just working for like 6 months and then I'll travel, go to Europe.
How good's life?
Got a visa. Going over there. We'll see what happens next.
She's playing it down a lot, so I'm just going to go to Ibiza.
I don't have
Just
a
gonna-
full plan. Like, I'll see what happens when I get over there.
And that's a good way to be, I think, Erika. I think, sometimes people over-plan, and then when plans don't go to plan, it becomes a real hassle. So sometimes not having the plan is the way to go, I reckon. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I reckon I'd love to get on a plane and go overseas. What about you?
Yeah, I would, but also good on you because, how old are you?
21.
Yeah, when I was 21, I wouldn't have had the guts to do that. And I just think when I hear more and more people your age doing stuff like this, Good on you. Go for it, girlfriend. Have the time of your life. Be safe. Look after yourself. Look at me, the mum in
sound
me.
like my mum.
I know. I'm scared, but I'm really excited for you at the same time.
Thank you.
Guys, we've got a little segment that we do at the beginning or the end of every episode. It's called Horrendous or Tremendous, okay? And what we do is we like to just sort of give, like, the week that was. So, like, for example, I've had a tremendous week this week. Tremendous, yes, absolutely. If you could pinpoint your week, we'll start with you, Alana. Horrendous or tremendous? What was your week and why?
Horrendous because I just came back from Mount Buller.
From Mount Buller?
I just came back from Mount Buller from a holiday and so I'm back at work now.
So that's why it was horrendous, because you're on the low from being on such a high from being on vacation. Mount Buller, okay. Did you hit the slopes?
Yeah, I did. I snagged it
Snowboard?
a few times. I went skiing for the first time. It was a lot of fun, but really hard.
I love it. And Erika, what about you? Horrendous or tremendous?
Bit of both. I haven't
Bit of
done
both?
anything besides come to work every day, which isn't bad, but like, it's not. Could be doing other things. Bit of
Do you know
both.
what it is? It's not that it's horrendous, it's the fact that you have to.
Yeah.
It's the choice taken away, isn't it?
Yeah.
But just think, in 6 months, all that spending money you're going to have overseas, so it's actually tremendous,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Love that. Well, girls, thank you so much for jumping on the microphone with us today. Thank you for all of the wonderful work you're doing here at 35 Stirling. You guys have been fantastic. Alana, we hope you enjoy your 23rd year.
Thank you.
Erika, we hope you have a wonderful time overseas. Be safe, enjoy that. Make sure you're keeping up with all the socials, of course. Everyone will be following along. And if you want to follow along all of the adventures at 35 Stirling, you can do that at 35 Stirling on Instagram. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Me hungry.
You are hungry.
Me hungry. Me hangry.
Don't get hangry. Not
I'm
at
not
the end of the
hangry.
episode. God, what an episode we've had today. What a beautiful, beautiful day down here at 35 Stirling. Oh, look at this. All right. Thank you, Alana.
Oh my gosh, as if I'm not having a sweet potato fry. I'm
You can have
sorry.
one.
Smashed Alana, amazing. Look at that. I'm
Look at
doing
that.
it again. I've repeated
Thank
the
you so
smashed
much.
avo, the feta and the favi beans.
I'm going with the grilled chicken burger today. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Yum.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers.
Wow.
Now, we've talked about a few things today.
Yes,
We've covered
we
some
have.
online booking systems. We've heard about tremendous and horrendous from
Yep.
our patrons here, and the beautiful Jess and the team.
Yep. At 35 Stirling. It is a beautiful vibe. We only choose places with good vibes, good humans. That's our motto, isn't it? We won't promote anything that's not good.
That's right, absolutely. And look, if you've got a small business or a location,
Yep.
a venue, and you go, hey, you know what, that looks like a great idea.
If you'd like to feed Nancy and Vince,
You don't have to feed us.
No, you don't have to
We just
feed
love
us.
food.
I
But
know.
if you think that this looks like a great opportunity for you to promote your business, your services, then get in touch with us, hello@livingpodcast.com. And we could be down there doing
Yep.
exactly this, recording our podcast, engaging with your audience, promoting your brand
Yep.
all over the state and the airwaves on Spotify and iTunes. Hey,
we look forward to hearing from you very soon. But while the food is hot, we are going to go and we are just going to live. Are really living with our food in front of us. And we shall see you all next week. Thank you, 35 Stirling.
thanks 35 Stirling. This is Living.
Am I living
Do you want a potato fry?
Can I?
Yeah.
a funny thing to say?
Fries are my weakness.
But sweet potato fries. Can I dip
Oh,
in
any
the oven?
fry.
Look up into the sky,
Yum.
find the sun on a cloud.